Hello. I know it's been a while since I did movie reviews, but there wasn't been any movies that have been interesting me the past month. But now I'm gonna review all the Scream movies, especially Scream 4. Now, to me, Wes Craven is like the king of horror films. I even saw Dracula 2000, which he did that too, and I personally loved it, especially back in my childhood. He did the Nightmare on Elm Street, which is so awesome. Good thing he didn't do the remake. At least I think. Alright, now let's get with this. Now, yesterday I saw all 3 Scream movies, and then I decided to see this one today. Now, Scream. I personally think it's a great movie. I give this an 8 out of 10. Just because of the fact that it's a 90s movie, but it's more than that. I wanted to give this movie the chance, and what do you know? It didn't really blow my mind. I was just like, wow, can't believe this is happening. I personally enjoyed it. I just think that all the Scream movies follow the same format. You know, it begins with somebody getting a phone call, they get stalked, they die, and then other people die by this serial killer. And then another thing we have to figure out is who the killer is, and what do I have to do? We have to figure out who the killer is, and some of us might guess who the killer is, but other than that, I think it has a great cast. David Arquette and Courtney Cox. You remember her from Ace Ventura: Pet Detective? It was a great movie. Ace Ventura, yes. I have respect for her just because she was in that movie. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of her, but I do have respect for her. But you know who I do have respect for? Jamie Kennedy. I'm sorry, he's just really awesome. He's a really great actor, and he's funny in a way, you know? So, Scream, I give this an 8 out of 10. It didn't really waste my time. It never, ever wasted my time. I wanted to go more into the movie, you know? But I watched it from YouTube. I didn't watch it on a DVD. I pretty much only watched the new one in the theater, you know? So, this is Scream. Great movie. Give it a chance. If you like horror films or any other films, I personally think you'll like this one. It's basically the beginning of the story where Sidney and everyone else is young. Almost like a true story. Think of it that way. Alright? And something you don't expect. Now, on to Scream 2. And yes, this movie did not waste my time either. So I personally enjoyed this movie too. I loved it. But I don't know, why is Jada Pinkett Smith in there, because she was only in the movie for at least 10 minutes with some other dude. And like, seriously, you gotta put her in the picture when she wasn't in the movie for long, when she just died in the beginning. And so yeah, this is where years later go by. I think Sidney graduates from Woodsburg High School, and pretty much Dewey and Gale get married. And this dude right here, Jerry O'Connell, it took me the entire movie to figure out who he was. It took me literally the whole movie to think what movie he was from. Well, I thought he was in a movie I saw, but turns out that he was in that Kangaroo Jack live action movie. I'm sorry, he just looked that familiar. It just didn't catch my interest, you know? So basically this follows the same format. It follows the same format as the first film. And this time the killer is not one of these people. It's somebody, it's some character that some character. And yes, of course, Jamie Kennedy is in this one too. But slight problem there. I don't really want to spoil it for people who didn't see it. But okay, fine. I'll spoil it. Just this once. Yes, he dies in this movie. I really love this movie too. It did not waste my time. It has a good storyline, but I do love this one part where Luke Wilson and some other girl, who I forgot her name, but I know she was in a scary movie too, they both had a quick cameo in a video doing exactly the same thing as the first film. It wasn't really Neve Campbell and I think David Arquette. It was actually Luke Wilson and somebody else. I was like, oh shit, are you kidding me? Wow. And I forgot, I think there were other cameos. And I don't know about this one, maybe I forgot. But other than that, oh, and I forgot to mention about Matthew Lillard in the first film. That was pretty good. And of course, the people die, stalking phones and this and that. They figure out who the killer is. And this time, this is a little bit more interesting than the first film. And what's up? Yeah, I just love Jamie Kennedy. So basically, yeah, I really don't have much to say. Just look at my description, alright? Now, on to Scream 3. Now, personally, I enjoyed this movie too. And the second one, yes, I give an 8 out of 10. And this is where Sydney works by some company to help people. And of course, David and Courtney Cox are married, I think at this time, because I looked at the cast list and it said Courtney Cox Arquette. And I have no idea who these two are, these two characters. I know this is Parker Posey, who played as a vampire in Blade Trinity, but I have no idea who this dude is. Maybe some actor in there who really just dies because nobody gives a fuck about him. You know. And the best cameo in this franchise, Jay and Silent Bob. I was like, Jay and Silent Bob. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. It was just awesome. Terrific. So, yes, this follows the same format as the first and second film. And as you can probably see, if you've seen this movie, it has this actor named Leia Shimbir, whatever. He played as Sabretooth in the X-Men Origins Wolverine. He survived in the second film. So did David and Courtney. They survived until this one, and of course they survived in the next film. So pretty much Leia dies in this one too. I'm sorry to keep spoiling, but most of you people have already seen this movie, just don't remember. But I recommend you rewatch these 3 films and then go watching the new one. So I hate how he dies, you know, it's a shame. And then his wife dies because she actually thought it was him fucking with her, you know. And of course the standard format is the killer we have to figure out. And the killing. So turns out the killer is actually one of the producers of a movie in there that has to do with this dude right here. So this is confusing me. So I was like, the producer who was actually the killer died. So cause this one right here opened the coffin and he was dead right there, stabbed, and the knife was literally stuck in him. So then when I saw him in that costume, I was like, what the fuck? Didn't you die? So, which is confusing because maybe that was just some kind of cardboard cutout or just some made up dummy or clone. I don't know, but somebody please explain to me because I saw him right there. Even without his glasses, that was just him. That was Roman. Yeah, that was Roman. He was in that costume, which just perplexed me, you know. And yeah, this movie interested me. 8 out of 10. You probably think I'm gonna give all 4 movies an 8 out of 10, but But I personally enjoyed this movie. I'm glad I've seen these 3 films. And I don't think that. Okay, this is what I've been doing. While I was watching these 3 films, every time the killer would come out and try to kill somebody, I would guess he's right there. He's right there. He's right there. Oh, he's not right there. Oh, well then let's see if he's there. Okay, no, he's not there. He's dead. Sometimes I get it right, and then there was a part when in the second film I pointed at a spot where one of Sydney's friends was there, and Sydney's friends was there. So the second I pointed to that spot where she was standing next to, the killer just popped right there. The second I pointed there, I was like, oh wow, I didn't know. So and also she has this nightmare where the killer is all over her, but not in this. I'm talking about the second film. So basically, this follows the same format. That's the thing about these games. They just go the same way, which I'm okay with, but I'm not okay with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because I saw the first two films. They didn't interest me, you know. But this one either did not waste my time. I really wanted to go more into it, you know. So I gave this a chance, and I loved it. 8 out of 10. And now, Scream 4. Now, I'm going to give this an 8.5. So, I wanted to see this movie because it was the next of the series, and because it had Anthony Anderson. But oh my fucking god! How the fuck do you kill Anthony Anderson? He's not really my favorite actor, but I would really love to be friends with him. How the fuck do you kill Anthony Anderson when he just made me laugh, rolling on the floor? How dare you? I just lost respect for him because of what he did. He killed Jamie Kennedy, and now you kill Anthony Anderson. That's it. The minute I saw that, I lost respect for him until he said something. He said, "Fuck Bruce Willis," and then he just died right there. I was like, no! And of course, the same thing. And then we have to think about this movie in the movie called Stab, which is like some kind of side thing. But I don't really pay attention to that. I just pay attention to the movie itself. So I thought that Courtney Cox in this movie was gonna die, you know, but turns out that she's fine. And Sydney really knows how to take on somebody when it comes to trying to kill her, you know. I give really good props for her. So I give this an 8.5. I'm not going to spoil anything. All I'm going to say is that this is a great movie, and pretty much they're all great. This is Scream 4. And yes, Wes Craven directed this too. And I noticed Emma Roberts. I was like, oh wow, really? So then I noticed that she actually does some backstabbing shit. Like, what? When she's usually a good, nice person in that Unfabulous show, whatever. So I never knew she would actually turn out to be a bad killing machine, you know? Almost at the end of the movie. But I don't want to spoil anything, so read the description, alright? So, basically, this is not the 90s anymore. This is something new. But something new, like, not new to the franchise, but something new to the audience, you know? I think people who've seen this haven't not seen the other Scream films, but I recommend they do. So, I was looking forward to seeing this movie, and now I have seen it. So, I liked how it ended. I liked the killing, and of course, we had to keep going with this Stab movie, which really was not important, you know? It was not important to me, in my perspective. So, yeah. So, this is all 4 Scream movies. I'm gonna put this on the list of top for 2011. And, so yeah, do what I did. Watch all of these. Try to watch these in one day. I saw this in the theater, so yeah, I think you'll personally enjoy these movies like I did, because they did not waste my time. It was just great, you know. Yeah, that's all I have to say. So read the description, because I can't really think of what to say, because I don't want to, you know, waste all the time for this video. So Scream, great franchise. I would definitely love to watch them again, and see ya.